Hello, Immortal News family, and welcome back to our channel. In the last 24 hours, we have received the somber news of the passing of extraordinary talents, and today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Before we start, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you. Number 7. There is a lot of living in a good song. Sonny Curtis once said that, and few lived that truth more than he did. Sonny Curtis, beloved American songwriter, guitarist, and gentle soul, passed away peacefully at the age of 88. His music told the stories of generations, and he helped shape the sound of rock and country over 6 remarkable decades. Born in Meadow, Texas, Curtis picked up a guitar in his youth and never looked back. By the time he joined forces with Buddy Holly in the 1950s, Sonny was already a standout. After Holly's tragic death, Curtis stepped into the spotlight as frontman of the Crickets, keeping their spirit alive and the music moving forward. He penned the rebellious anthem "I Fought the Law," originally recorded with the Crickets, and later turned into a rock classic by the Bobby Fuller Four and the Clash. Another gem, "Walk Right Back," became a chart-topping hit for the Everly Brothers, dancing into hearts across America. And then there was "Love Is All Around," the unforgettable theme from the Mary Tyler Moore Show. Its lyrics captured hope, strength, and independence, just as Curtis always had in his life and work. He wasn't just a performer. Curtis mentored others, supported music charities, and never stopped honoring Buddy Holly through songs like "The Real Buddy Holly Story." His hard-earned recognitions include spots in the Nashville Songwriters Hall of Fame, Musicians Hall of Fame, and Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with the Crickets. Each honor a reflection of talent and dedication. News of his passing was shared by the Buddy Holly Facebook page. Tributes poured in. Fellow musicians remembered his guidance. Fans recalled songs that scored their youth. "Sonny never stopped being gracious," one friend said. "Every chord he played came from the heart." He is survived by his family, who have asked for privacy. Curtis died gently, surrounded by those closest to him. Though funeral plans remain private, his songs continue to echo. Kind, humble, brilliant. Sonny Curtis gave us music that dared, comforted, and inspired. A quiet legend with a loud legacy. Tributes to Sonny Curtis. Number 6. Her absence leaves an immense void among her colleagues and in the hearts of thousands of viewers who followed her every morning. These heartfelt words from her team at Multimedios capture the immense impact Débora Estrella had, not only through the screen, but in the lives of those she touched. At just 43 years old, Débora passed away tragically in a plane crash in Garcia, Nuevo León. She had been taking part in a private flight with instructor Brian Ballesteros, whose life was also lost in the accident. The cause remains under investigation. Débora was more than a familiar face on morning news. She was a voice people trusted, a presence many looked forward to. As the vibrant host of Telediario Matutino in Monterrey, her calm delivery and sincere warmth turned headlines into human stories. Audiences felt seen, informed, and comforted by her. Raised in Monterrey and trained in law, Débora found her calling in journalism through Frecuencia Tech, the university radio station where it all began. She moved swiftly from student radio to major networks like Milenio TV and Multimedios, becoming a recognized figure across Mexico. She covered events that shaped the world, from the Mexico City earthquake to the historic farewells of international figures. Yet even in moments of global magnitude, her empathy never wavered. On screen and off, she extended that same care to colleagues, viewers, and causes close to her heart. Beyond the newsroom, Débora thrived in corporate roles, bringing grace and leadership to companies like PepsiCo and Grupo Lomex. She was a proud advocate for community engagement and human connection. Away from work, she was affectionately known as a horse girl, often sharing the peaceful moments she spent on horseback. Family meant everything to her, especially her beloved niece Fair, whom she mentioned often with pride and joy. Her passing sparked an outpouring of grief and remembrance. Tributes came from across the country, many highlighting her work ethic, optimism, and unwavering spirit. Débora Estrella's legacy lives on in every young journalist she inspired, in every life she quietly touched, and in every morning she helped brighten. Tributes to Débora Estrella. Number 5. Only the Lord saves more than Bernie Parent. The playful quip heard across rinks and radio waves captured both his greatness and the joy he brought to fans. Bernie Parent, a goaltender of rare brilliance, passed away at the age of 80. He died peacefully, surrounded by loved ones, following a brief illness. Born in Montreal, Bernie's journey took him from the outdoor rinks of Quebec to superstardom in Philadelphia. With more than just quick reflexes, he brought heart, courage, and an undeniable magic to the crease. His most unforgettable moments came in the mid-1970s. Backstopping the fiery Broad Street Bullies, Bernie led the Flyers to their only 2 Stanley Cup titles. In both championship years, he captured the Conn Smythe as playoff MVP and the Vezina Trophy as the NHL's top goaltender, a feat only a few have ever achieved, none with more style. In 1973-74, he posted 47 wins, a Flyers record that stands to this day. His consistent dominance helped shape the identity of a team in a city that prided itself on toughness and grit. Flyers fans never forgot. His number 1 jersey was retired. He became the first Flyer inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame. And even after retirement, Bernie remained a guiding force. He mentored young goalies, inspired at youth camps, and gave back to the Philadelphia community that embraced him as their own. Bernie was the heart and soul of our championship teams and one of the greatest goaltenders ever to put on the pads, said the Flyers in a heartfelt tribute. He finished his career with over 270 wins, 54 shutouts, and a lasting impact that numbers alone can't convey. More than just a sports icon, Bernie was known for his humble nature, bright smile, and dedication to others. He is survived by family, dear friends, adoring fans, and an entire era of hockey that he helped define. Forever number 1 in the hearts of Flyers fans, Bernie Parent's legacy will never fade. Tributes to Bernie Parent. Number 4. There's a hole in the roof of Texas Stadium so God can watch his favorite team play. With a quote that brought smiles and captured the heart of Cowboys Nation, D.D. Lewis left a mark as memorable off the field as he did on it. Respected for his grit and admired for his grace, Lewis was a symbol of perseverance and leadership in the world of football. He passed away peacefully at the age of 79, leaving behind a legacy that spanned decades and touched countless lives. Born in Knoxville, Tennessee, the youngest of 14 children, D.D. was named after Generals Eisenhower and MacArthur, a fitting tribute to the strength and discipline he would show throughout his life. His journey began on the fields of Fulton High School and led to a standout collegiate career at Mississippi State University. Though his team struggled in the standings, Lewis stood out, earning All-American and SEC Defensive Player of the Year honors. NFL scouts initially questioned his size. He quickly erased their doubts. Drafted by the Dallas Cowboys in 1968, his quiet toughness became the foundation of one of the league's most dominant defenses. His 13 seasons with the Cowboys included 5 Super Bowl appearances and 2 championships. He started 135 straight games, captain of a team that fans adored. Behind the fearsome tackles was a deeply respected teammate and mentor. Known for his humility, he won the Bart Starr Meritorious Award and was twice named Most Popular Player by fans. In 2001, he was inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame, a reflection of the respect he earned not only for his stats, but for his spirit. Off the field, Lewis gave back, offering guidance, supporting his community, and tackling life with the same drive that made him great on Sundays. Archie Manning called him tough, talented, and full of character. His words echo the feelings of many who knew DD, whether through the roar of the crowd or the quiet moments behind the scenes. Lewis passed away after a brief illness. He is survived by his family, who ask for privacy during this time. Memorial details will be shared at a later date. His legacy is stitched into the fabric of football history and carried in the hearts of those who watched him play, worked alongside him, and called him a friend. Tributes to D.D. Lewis. Number 3. It's not just a recipe, it's a public service. That's how one reader once described Marian Burros' iconic plum torte. To those who followed her work, that one line captured the essence of her writing, clear, purposeful, and always with the public in mind. Marian Burros, who passed away at 92 from a heart attack, changed the way America reads, writes, and thinks about food. For over 6 decades, she didn't just share recipes. She investigated what was in our kitchens and why it mattered. Her work influenced national food safety policies, honored home cooks, and held big food companies accountable. She made headlines in the New York Times, not just for showing us what to cook, but for revealing what we were really eating. From uncovering hidden ingredients in diet bread to giving voice to concerns about food regulation, Marian led with truth and transparency. Her first success, Elegant but Easy, started as a self-published cookbook. It went on to sell over 500,000 copies and launched a remarkable writing career. In the years that followed, she earned an Emmy, 5 James Beard Awards, and shaped national food journalism at the Washington Star, the Post, WRC-TV, and finally at the New York Times. Her reporting helped create the standards we now expect from food journalists. She co-founded the Association of Food Journalists to promote ethics in the field, and mentored many young writers along the way. Her famous plum torte recipe became the most requested in Time's history, a classic that readers asked for year after year. Marian's signature was honesty, served simply, clearly, and with warmth. She was known not just for her sharp mind and remarkable nose for stories, but for her kindness, curiosity, and dedication to getting things right. She is survived by 2 children and a legacy that lives on in every kitchen she inspired. Her impact is still felt in newspapers, cookbooks, and around dinner tables across the country. Fellow journalist and friend Florence Fabricant said, "She brought food journalism into the modern age. She made it matter." Tributes to Marian Burros. Number 2, he championed and believed in women's football when very few did. These words from a close colleague capture the heart of Matt Beard's legacy, a man whose belief in others sparked change across generations. Matt Beard passed away suddenly in August 2025 at the age of 47. His loss leaves a deep ache in the football world, but his impact will never be forgotten. Born in Roehampton, London, Matt devoted over 2 decades to shaping and uplifting women's football in the UK and beyond. Driven by passion and purpose, he coached with heart, leading from the sidelines with wisdom, humor, and hope. His journey through the game began with early coaching roles at Kingstonian and Charlton Athletic ladies, but it was with Millwall Lionesses that he first made his mark, guiding them to a league title and promotion. From there, his path lit up with success. At Liverpool, Matt carved out one of his most enduring legacies, leading the women's team to back-to-back league titles and returning them to the top flight years later. Twice named FAWSL Manager of the Season, he was more than a strategist. He built teams with soul. He built trust. Stints at Chelsea, the Boston Breakers in the US, West Ham United Women and others showed his versatility and global reach. His influence stretched far beyond tactics and trophies. He mentored, he lifted, and he inspired. Players under Matt often described the environment as one of belief, a space where they felt seen and supported. His gift wasn't just his football mind, but his human heart. Liverpool FC women shared in their tribute. Matt was not only an extremely committed and successful manager, he was also a person of real integrity and warmth. Those words echo across stadiums and training grounds today. Matt Beard leaves behind a loving family, a grateful football community, and a legacy that will ripple through generations. His vision lives on through every coach he inspired and every player he empowered. Though taken far too soon, Matt's story isn't just remembered, it's continued. Tributes to Matt Beard. What's trending on the internet? News 1. What a reminder this story is that sometimes, even the healthiest among us end up learning something new about our own bodies. Just recently, a devoted runner named Todd, 47 years old and living in New York, found himself in the middle of a medical mystery. After 8 long hours in a hospital's ER isolation, worried doctors suspected he had shingles. Todd himself never imagined he'd be sent for special tests, masked up and kept apart from others. Surprisingly, once the dust settled, the final diagnosis turned out to be far less alarming: eczema, not shingles. For anyone who's faced unexplained symptoms or sat anxiously in a waiting room, Todd's experience really strikes a chord. His doctors explained that skin conditions like eczema can sometimes mimic shingles, leading to confusion, even for medical professionals. While it was a stressful day, Todd left the hospital not just with peace of mind, but with a story to tell and a renewed appreciation for staying on top of health concerns. So, whether you're a runner, a gardener, or simply someone enjoying your golden years, Todd's adventure reminds us: listen to your body, ask questions, and when things don't feel right, never hesitate to seek advice. Stories like his inspire us to be proactive about our own wellness and to cherish every healthy day. News 2. Imagine being at a comedy show, expecting laughs, and witnessing a true miracle unfold. This weekend, at Drew Lynch's performance in Spokane, an ordinary night took an extraordinary turn when a gentleman in the audience suddenly suffered a heart attack mid-show. Instantly, strangers rallied together. Audience members performed CPR, helped paramedics, and kept hope alive for over 5 minutes while his pulse was gone. Incredibly, their efforts paid off, and he was revived right there, reminding everyone of the power of community. Moved by the event, Drew and fellow comedians visited Mr. Wendy in the hospital the very next day to finish their set and share smiles with his family. This touching moment was a vivid reminder of how laughter and kindness unite us, especially when times get tough. As Drew beautifully shared, sometimes it's the compassion of strangers that stitches our world back together. Mr. Wendy's story has inspired so many, shining a light on the everyday heroes among us. These acts of bravery and caring will be remembered as proof that even in unexpected moments, community spirit turns ordinary people into true lifesavers. News 3. Our hearts go out as we reflect on a deeply tragic event from South Texas, where 37-year-old Daniel Rivera and his 2 children, ages 8 and 11, lost their lives in a car fire on a quiet Saturday near San Antonio. Authorities say the family was driving their Tesla when it veered off the road, struck a tree, and caught fire, leaving the community in shock and mourning. As friends and neighbors remember Daniel and his children, they're sharing memories of a loving father, known for his warm smile and selfless devotion to his kids, and two young souls always full of curiosity and laughter. In this difficult moment, the local community is coming together to honor their legacy by supporting one another, focusing on the bonds and kindness that so many say the Rivera family embodied. May their memories inspire us all to look out for each other and cherish the time we have with our loved ones. News 4. It's not every day we come across stories that remind us of the true power of love and resilience. Today, let's spend a moment with Chris Voth, a 36-year-old new dad from Colorado who's facing a journey unlike any other. Earlier this year, Chris was diagnosed with incurable cancer, a revelation that no family ever wants to hear, especially with a newborn at home. But instead of despair, Chris and his loved ones have chosen hope and positivity, embracing each day and creating joyful memories together. Recently, Chris shared an uplifting health update, bringing relief and encouragement to everyone rooting for his fight. Despite the unpredictable road ahead, his determination to treasure every moment with his baby and wife is nothing short of inspiring. The Voth family's story reminds us all how courage and togetherness can shine even in the toughest times. Chris is showing the world what it truly means to live with hope, reminding us to hug our own loved ones a little tighter today. News 5. If you ever wondered what strength really looks like, meet baby Charlotte, a true little miracle born in Orlando, Florida. Charlotte arrived more than 3 months early, weighing less than a pound. That's right, this remarkable little girl tipped the scales at not even 16 ounces, making her one of the tiniest surviving preemies the world has ever known. From her very first breath, Charlotte proved herself to be a fighter. She spent nearly 5 months, 146 days, in the neonatal intensive care unit, cared for around the clock by a dedicated team of doctors and nurses. Through every obstacle, Charlotte's family stayed by her side, cheering on each precious milestone and drawing hope from every ounce she gained. Today, Charlotte has not only defied the odds but has finally gone home, bringing immeasurable joy to her family and inspiring countless people with her courage and resilience. Her journey reminds us all of the incredible things that can happen when we just hold on to hope, cherish each small victory, and lean into the love of a caring community. Charlotte's story will be remembered as a beautiful reminder that even the smallest among us can teach the world about bravery and heart. Here's to her amazing future, and to all the little miracles out there. May they continue to grow, thrive, and shine brightly. News 6. Imagine starting your college journey, full of excitement and dreams, and then facing a life-changing challenge just days later. That's exactly what happened to 19-year-old Katia Maponda from Leicester, England. Katia, a marketing and advertising student, began feeling unwell shortly after moving into her dorm, thinking it was just a case of freshers' flu, something many students get when the school year starts. But Katia's illness was actually meningococcal septicemia, a rare and serious infection. In a matter of days, her condition took a dramatic turn. Katia was found unconscious and rushed to the hospital where doctors worked tirelessly to save her life. The infection caused sepsis, and Katia ultimately underwent life-saving surgeries that resulted in the amputation of both her lower legs and her fingers. Though Katia's journey has been incredibly tough, her courage shines through. She's learning to walk again with prosthetic legs and is determined to break every barrier of disability. Katia now uses her story to inspire others, reminding them that adversity doesn't define your worth. In her own words, "This doesn't make me less of a person. I am unapologetically me, and I want to help others to feel confident about who they are and how they look." Katia's resilience, spirit, and hope remind us all that even in the face of life's toughest moments, it's possible to find strength, inspire others, and move forward with courage. Number 1. A true journalist never stops asking questions. Those words, spoken by John Stapleton during a live broadcast, sum up the life he lived and the legacy he leaves behind. John Stapleton, who passed away peacefully at the age of 79 after living with Parkinson's disease, remained a constant and trusted voice in British broadcasting for over 5 decades. His sharp mind, calm demeanor, and genuine concern for the truth made him one of the country's most respected journalists. Starting at just 17 as a trainee reporter in Greater Manchester, he worked his way from local newsrooms to national television screens. He became a household name through his powerful storytelling and tireless coverage of significant world events, from the Kosovo crisis to the Boxing Day tsunami. Stapleton's career stretched across iconic shows like TVM, GMTV, Daybreak, and BBC's Nationwide and Watchdog. Alongside his wife, Lynn Faulds Wood, he hosted Watchdog, shining a bright light on consumer issues and fiercely protecting viewers' rights. In 2003, he was named News Presenter of the Year by the Royal Television Society, praised for his coverage of the Iraq War and his interviews with world leaders, including then Prime Minister Tony Blair. He wasn't just admired for his journalism. Those who knew him described him as kind, encouraging, and endlessly curious. A former colleague once said, "John didn't just report the news, he made it meaningful." Throughout his life, he bravely spoke about personal struggles, including his experience with anorexia nervosa, showing others they were not alone. Even in later years, he continued mentoring young reporters and speaking out on health issues. John is survived by his son Nick, a journalist who followed his father's footsteps, and daughter-in-law Lisa. He lost his beloved wife Lynn in 2020 after 43 years of marriage. His final days were marked by the same quiet strength he brought to every newsroom he entered. He leaves behind decades of truth-seeking, countless stories told with heart, and a media landscape shaped by his voice. Tributes to John Stapleton. Brett James had a quiet kind of brilliance, the kind that lit up studios, lifted artists, and left songs echoing in the hearts of millions.